Welcome to Florida Mint on Florida Man with Greg, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron, the podcast where Floridians discuss the legends, lore, and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida.
The sunshine.
If you're here for the first time, each week Cameron covers headlines.
Yes, he does.
Josh helps us get to know each other.
Hello.
Wayne tells us about our history. And Greg tonight is opening fan letters.
Nice.
He's
actually doing something productive.
Finally.
He's been sitting in the corner combing through fan letters for about 45 minutes.
Has he got anything good today?
He handed me one, and I basically...
Oh, he actually... he whipped it out.
Oh, that's
I've got one right
okay.
here. Greg handed me a fan letter that's addressed to Cameron Hayes.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay. This is weird.
Yeah, this is really strange.
This is a new.
Nobody told me about this.
Me either.
Me either.
I just found it in my back pocket, and then when I pulled it out, Greg goes, "It's from me."
Good on you, Greg.
All right, this is addressed to Cameron.
Oh, no.
It says, Dear Cameron, how do you feel about factory farming? And do you think ethical farming is at a place where it can be sustainable? Furthermore, should sustainability be an issue when it comes to inflicting unnecessary pain on animals?
Okay.
Okay. Let's hear it.
That's a fan. Nobody sent that in.
Yeah, that was from, let me see who
was it
wrote that
from?
in. Chalice from Kentucky.
Okay. Listen, Chalise.
Go on.
I'm going to answer it.
Do you want me to read it again?
I think I need to hear it again.
Okay. Let's
Please.
see. How do you feel about factory farming?
I'm interested in Cam's answer, actually.
And do you think ethical farming is at a place where it can be sustainable? Furthermore, should sustainability be an issue when it comes to inflicting unnecessary pain on animals?
I think if we just leave government out of big farming.
Whoa. What?
Okay, headline.
Headlines.
All right, so we have a Florida man.
Okay.
Perfect start.
Burglarizing vehicles in Naples, Florida.
Okay.
Naples, actually.
And he had to get away somehow, right?
Right.
He's burglarizing these cars.
Answer.
Go ahead.
Maybe a car that you burgled.
That would be the go-to answer.
Yeah.
Listen to this name, Markinson Tellus Nord.
That's who
not-
wrote the letter.
Markinson, tell us, Lord?
Yeah.
Tellus Nord.
He's a prophet.
I think so.
Tell us, Lord.
Tell us, Marcus.
19 years old, was arrested last Wednesday and charged with burglary of vehicles, grand theft, petty theft, all this kind of stuff. So basically what he was doing was
on the book.
he was going around to these vehicles, first checking if they were unlocked. He gets the easy ones.
Right.
He did that one night. Okay. Well, the second night he got away the first night.
Right.
Second
to
night
know.
he comes back, tries to burglarize some more cars. This time he didn't find any that were unlocked. So he starts breaking into them.
Yikes.
Sirens are going, multiple sirens are going off, like car alarms.
Right.
And so police are called. They find Mr. Tellus Lord walking down the street. Okay, and so they pull him
Stuff
over
under his arms.
Right. Well, mostly what he had was credit cards and like identification.
See, I pictured
other people's wallets. Why are you
CD
leaving
holders.
wallets in your car? By the way,
That's true.
That's a weird place to
Yeah,
leave a wallet.
it's almost
Yeah.
like you deserve to be burgled, actually.
But he stole that from multiple vehicles though, which is what. Anyways.
Oh, you don't have your car wallet and your personal wallet?
Oh,
I do.
I
Yeah.
forgot. That's a new trend. So anyways, he was walking down the street. They pulled him over and they find some of these credit cards and IDs on him.
Okay.
So officers start going through the process of, handcuffing him,
Shooting
reading his
him.
rights. Shut up. Every week. Well, while they are sitting there detaining him,
Yes.
a Lyft driver pulls up.
Okay.
And the Lyft driver was there because Mr. Tellus Lord had used one of the credit cards to order
Wow.
a Lyft while he was walking down the street, and
Wow.
it pulled up to pick him up while he was being arrested.
Wow.
So the Lyft driver was really a getaway driver.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
So, anyways, he
We've heard that
ordered
before,
a
though.
getaway
Yeah.
car
Yeah.
from Lyft using somebody's credit card. But
On a technicality, did the cops have to let him go, though?
Because why?
Because he had ordered the lift, and you don't want to be rude to the
But
lift
here's what I
driver.
think, though.
You don't
That
wanna-
guy's a common man trying to make a living.
Right, he's out of that $10 or whatever.
But here's
it is.
the thing. What if the Lyft driver was in on it?
Don't go
And he
deep.
goes,
He's like, whoa, I'm just Lyft driver.
he's like, hey, bro, as a
Whoa.
cover, and he's like, as a cover, pay me with one of the stolen credit cards.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh, I got it.
And
you
then
put
I'll
a
show-
lift light in your car.
Yeah.
You go around burgling.
You can do anything you want.
You can do anything you want.
But when you burglar a car,
I wasn't in there. I was just
I'm a
picking
Lyft
somebody
driver. I'm
up.
picking
Yeah.
someone
But
up.
when you burglar a car because it's locked, how do you bust the window? Like with your elbow?
Oh no, you get a spark plug. Porcelain is actually it's a hard material.
Okay, go
and
on.
it'll shatter a window.
So you get a
Really?
toilet too.
Yeah, toilet also.
Toilet also
Huh.
works.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could take a commode and just throw a commode at a window.
Okay, I just want to go ahead and do. Can I run through the checklist real fast before moving on? If you're gonna
Yeah.
burglar a car,
Right.
make sure
Check.
your friend's a Lyft driver.
Right.
Make sure you have
Well, if you want to get away,
make
yeah,
sure
if you want to
car-
get caught, don't have any
don't
friends.
do any of that.
and you're carrying a porcelain toilet,
Right.
Ideally,
Just
or a
in ca-
urinal.
just
a
in
porcelain
case.
urinal will also
right,
work.
just in case the door is locked.
Yep.
Right.
You throw that through the window.
It'll break.
Yeah, and then you
Because
take,
it's a harder
and then
material.
you take credit cards.
Yes.
I
You
got
could
it.
also call yourself a plumber and you never get caught.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa. How many times, guys, if you're
This is so
listening,
weird.
and if you've been a listener since the beginning,
Yep.
how many times have we basically abdicated for
Right.
for crime if it's done stupidly?
Yeah.
You
gotta get
a bunch.
better.
I
but
would say like every 4 episodes.
we're just trying to cheer people on in their life.
So you have a plumber's van with a lift sticker, right? Yeah.
yeah. There you go.
There we go.
Oh
Nice.
man. All right.
So-
So let's go on to the next one. This story, I don't think I've ever had a story sent in more than this story.
Wow.
Like ever.
I swear, if you say TB,
Tom Brady.
God, oh,
No.
I'm
I'm
quitting
kidding.
this
I'm
show.
kidding. All right. So we have this ultimate Florida man that I'm about to tell you about.
Okay.
So we have this retired Florida man. He is 74 years old.
Okay.
Okay. He was walking around near a backyard pond, like in his neighborhood.
Okay.
That's everywhere in Central Florida.
Right, with his dog, a little spaniel. The dog is 3 months old, so really just a puppy.
Okay.
Well, anyways, an alligator pops out of this pond.
Okay. Surprise.
Yeah, surprise.
Yeah, surprise. Because
grabs this-
alligators are in ponds.
Right, and they're
normally.
in every pond. In Florida. And so the alligator grabs this little puppy, pulls him into the water,
Jeez.
is like in the water with this dog,
that's
and
how-
this 74-year-old man
Breaks
gets
his
into
hip.
the water.
Oh.
And this video, which is going around everywhere, the video shows this man pulling this alligator. I mean, you can't see the alligator or dog at all.
Oh,
he pulls him out
Boom,
from the
he sees
bottom
it.
of the pond,
What?
lifts him
Whoa.
out of the water, and is pulling his mouth apart to get this
No.
puppy out from this alligator's
Nice.
jaws.
I'd do it. He's just doing it wrong.
He's not doing it
Right.
wrong. Let me get through the story.
Okay.
And so he saves the puppy. The puppy runs off. The puppy's fine.
Ungrateful.
Is it?
Well, it got a little stomach cut, but it went to the vet and it's good to go. This man, though,
Rest
this
in peace.
entire time, the video cuts, he's still holding the alligator's mouth open. I don't know what he's planning on doing.
His snapper.
But the entire time, the guy is smoking a cigar, never lets the cigar
What?
out of his
Come
mouth.
on.
it's in his mouth, or he's taking a
It's
puff.
in his mouth the entire time that he's wrestling an alligator.
I love that he's just mildly inconvenienced by this.
That's exactly what it was.
An alligator pops out, a surprise alligator.
yeah.
Right.
It om-noms his baby dog.
Oh, so sad.
This wasn't like supposed to be viral, like it wasn't set up or anything.
No.
No,
Have
this-
you not seen this?
No, I don't watch stuff.
I saw it. It's a real alligator.
It's a real
It's
alligator.
it's
And a
not
real
inflatable.
puppy.
It's a real puppy.
I did say this when I saw it. I thought the puppy seemed a bit ungrateful.
I think so too.
Well, he
It
ran
just
off.
It
He
ran
ran off.
away like yelping.
Did he
Right.
run to another pond? Because that could be.
Oh no, he ran to a new home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to be around
Here's
here.
the thing. Someone told me one time. This is true because earlier you said if there's a body of water, there's an alligator in it in
It's-
Florida.
it
It's
is known.
guaranteed.
It's known.
Someone told me one time we were in Lakeland and they're like, you know that lake has no alligators in it, and
That's
I'm
not
like,
true.
that's 100% a lie.
Alligators have legs and travel.
Yes.
Yeah.
They
They can-
cross our highways. If
cross our
they
highways.
will cross a 6-lane highway to
Yeah.
get to another body of water because they're bored
There you go. Oh, he knows the intellect.
They're
and
super
what's
bored.
going on
They
up
just
there.
want to go hang with other alligators
and eat puppies.
and eat puppies.
So check this out. Let me tell you why he was doing it wrong.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
To re-interrupt.
Right.
obviously you can't do this. Alligators got tight jaws.
Right. So for the people who are listening to the podcast, Josh is showing you.
Oh yeah, mouth open.
A guy prying
hands.
open an alligator's
Right.
mouth with hands.
The only way to do it is to grab it by a tail and spin it around.
Right.
And then it just gets his equilibrium throws off.
Right.
And he goes to throw up.
Right.
Like he's on the old spinny thing.
And the dog comes
the
out.
Sandlot. And then boop.
The
Once they
problem
reach-
is, what if when he's doing this and does let go of the puppy,
Oh my
it's in the
gosh.
direction of farther into the pond,
50%.
and then a different alligator.
Oh God, I'm so dumb.
like monkey in
know.
the middle
It is like
but with a puppy.
because there's like a
geez.
50%.
This is
You
dark.
start spinning.
I love
50%
that this
water.
headline was like so encouraging. He rescued a puppy, and somehow Josh and I turned it into what if the alligator vomits it into the mouth of another alligator for sport?
the dog was saved, and y'all are like,
They're playing keep away.
you're like, cool, but what if it wasn't?
He was ungrateful.
We're sorry,
He
guys.
was ungrateful.
He was ungrateful.
Okay.
We're
Yeah,
just
that was a great
teasing.
story. Great video too. If you haven't seen the
It's
video,
fake.
Yeah.
all right, I got one of Josh's favorites, real quick. It's a
swear.
short one, but I know that Josh wants me to do it.
Is it an
Florida
encouraging
man,
one?
no,
you
Florida
dare
man
say that.
arrested for throwing cookie at his girlfriend.
I do love food.
He
being
loves
tossed
food
Yeah.
ones. So a
because
man,
there's always a legitimate reason.
right? Florida man, basically is. The cops are called because
Why?
he threw a hard cookie at his girlfriend.
A Sandy? Was it a Sandy? Nobody likes Sandies.
Right.
Whatever
No,
they're
yeah,
called.
no. And so, anyways, a 41-year-old man, which I figured at that point in your life, you've learned not to throw food and
Baby, I'm
cookies
almost
specifically
there.
at people.
This
I'm
is-
almost there,
okay,
baby.
But
But
here's
have you learned a lesson?
No, I toss Oreos at my girlfriend all the time.
No, but here's the thing, though, dude. Every time
Right.
there's a
Yeah.
domestic abuse story that concerns food being thrown,
Yep.
every single time Cameron goes, you think you would have learned by this point in your life not to throw food.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't.
He's 19. You'd think he would have learned.
Here's the thing. The article is literally like 3 sentences long. It doesn't even say why. Like they don't get into why there's this argument. It's probably like the worst argument. Maybe the argument is the cookies are too hard in general.
Sandies
You
are garbage
overcooked them,
cookies.
right?
10 out of 10 of these stories, though, end with the person throwing the food going to jail.
Yeah,
Always.
And they
did.
should.
Always.
So,
Right.
So if you learned
The
anything from our
girlfriend
show,
had a red mark on her head.
that was
Oh,
icing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you
because-
think it was a Publix cookie with the icing?
Right.
The fondant?
The
Our-
fondant.
Our sponsor, Publix.
Shout out to Publix.
No, listen, here's the thing. If you throw
Perfect
food at somebody,
Fondant?
you should go to jail.
I think so too.
Okay.
All right, so our next one, Florida has its first snow park ever.
This I did read because I'm
You did read
I'm
it.
under snow park alerts.
Right.
So if there's an opening,
it's a regional
Right.
thing. though.
it's a regional. So I don't get alerted a lot.
No.
So this is Florida's first snow park ever, Snowcat Ridge Alpine Snow Park, which is too long of a name.
Get them roasted.
we don't know
Thank
how to-
you. Our new sponsor, Snowcat Ridge Alpine Park.
Yeah, but we don't know how to snow because it's Florida.
Oh,
They don't know how to
just
name
wait.
stuff.
So
Oh,
that's
that's
true. So this opened in Dade City, but here's the problem: it opened for its first day in Haines City this week. Or,
Harumph.
sorry, Dade City, for its first day, and then shut down because they misestimated
even.
how much snow they needed. They
No.
could not make enough snow at this snow park.
A dur.
I mean, yeah, dude, it's Florida.
That's kind of.
I mean, you can make it, but it's gonna
It's
melt.
gone.
It's technically winter right now, and it's 89 degrees.
If you don't know the ratio, the melt ratio, as I like to call it,
Right.
then you shouldn't be in the business.
You shouldn't,
Snowplow cat.
Exactly.
Snowplow Cat Ridge.
So let me tell you a little bit about the place because it does sound really cool in theory.
If
but
you have snow.
Yeah.
It's just in the wrong spot. So it has a 400-foot long tubing hill that's
Does
60
it,
feet
though?
tall. Yeah. They have an alpine village that you can sip hot cocoa in the heat, right, in Florida.
Sweating.
Ooh, I love
and
it.
relax by a bonfire. They also have a light show. But here's the thing. So this is what
Three
the
things
problem
without
is.
snow.
Here's the problem, though. They have a 10,000 square foot snow Arctic igloo where you can go into this igloo and build snowman out of real snow and just play in the snow. That is the issue, though. They did not have enough snow for this igloo for snowman, and so they had to shut down and change their hours. Like they literally changed their hours to like 3 hours.
They blamed
less a
it on
day.
COVID.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
No, that was the thing. They were super upfront. Listen, we don't have enough snow, and everybody's like, "Yeah, no
Wow.
crap. Yeah,
Can I just give you guys a visual? After every line that Cameron read of that story, Josh and I shook our head no.
not gonna work.
This is a terrible idea. Like
hot cocoa by that bonfire.
Anybody who's lived in Florida,
it's 85 degrees today.
No, that's the thing. Is no one like okay? If you get an invite to a bonfire in Florida, 100% you're going to be miserable.
Yeah, and
It's
you're going to
never
leave
cold
smelling like a bonfire. That's
yeah,
dumb.
and scratch and mosquito bites.
Thank you.
Gross.
Yeah, that's the worst part. All right, I have one more for you.
Okay.
So the day that we're recording, this is a Wednesday that we're recording. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, that's true.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
We're
I hope it was
Happy
great.
Thanksgiving.
So I had a friend of mine send this video in today, or sorry, this article to me today. And honestly, like it just makes me upset. Okay.
Okay. Say the friend's name.
His name is
Yeah.
Chris.
Okay.
Oh, you
Christopher.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, it's this video and this article about this man named Mark O'Donnell.
Shout out.
That is talking about and bragging about this family tradition he has for his Thanksgiving turkey. Okay. Specifically thawing the Thanksgiving turkey. Now, if you get a turkey, this turkey specifically is 16 pounds. Josh,
Okay.
I got nothing to
how
say.
long do you have to defrost a 16-pound turkey in the fridge?
At least 40 hours.
I think it's like 4 days.
That's what
Yeah.
That's why he was.
Well, I was doing
that's what he
4
was-
10-hour days.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
His
not,
work
not
week.
counting nighttime.
A work week.
A
Business
work week.
hours.
So, anyways, like 3 or 4 days. Like it takes a while to
Now
to
he's
thaw
cutting
these
it
turkeys.
down?
Okay,
Right.
He cut
And
down the
so-
To make
days.
you feel better, dum dum.
and this is to like.
Sorry.
This is to like safely thaw a turkey.
Yeah, right.
Okay. And so, there's all these issues where if you thaw it too quick, you can get bacteria, or it might not thaw in the middle where then your turkey's raw in the middle.
Can
all
we
this kind of
ask
stuff.
what your method would be, Wayne?
Wayne, what is your thawing method?
I don't buy frozen turkeys.
Oh, Mike. Okay, wow.
You buy
I
them.
buy them already.
Oh,
hot.
you got that type of cash flow.
Buy them already hot.
Why we go outside and catch a turkey,
Oh, geez.
and then you skin off,
Go ahead.
and then you just put it on the
Turkey
fire.
skin's like the best part. Why would you skin it?
Why would you
Did I say
de-skin?
that? I meant
All right. So, anyways, this Mark O'Donnell fool is I'm mad at him. Honestly,
I hear that. What,
16-pound
blowtorch it?
frozen turkey. His tradition is throwing
60?
16.
Oh, well,
Stay
that's-
with the story. His tradition for thawing this turkey is every year they throw it into their swimming pool to thaw overnight.
that is so gross, dude.
It's literally
I
insanely
don't-
gross. Like you're talking a chlorinated pool. Okay, even if it's wrapped, obviously it's wrapped, but
Is it?
but still, you cannot thaw a turkey that quick in water.
Here's the thing. I thought
it's
you were
going to be
being,
at the wrong
I
temperature.
thought you were being facetious and
No.
kind of like building it up.
No, it's disgusting.
The moment you said that, I was like, "That's gross, dude."
I'm not against it.
Yeah, you are. Yes, he is.
Here's the thing. He is bragging about doing this for 18 years.
chlorine meat, bro. That's chlorine meat.
It's vacuum packed.
There's got to be so many bacteria.
He didn't
issues
say
in
that.
there.
Well, it's assumed.
It's in the bag still. Okay, but the fact that you're throwing into a swimming pool in Florida, it's literally floating at the top in heat in the sun. That turkey is like going to be sitting at the wrong. It's just
What-
so.
what's
All right,
his
so
name?
it's not thawing equally.
What's the guy's
It's
name?
not thawing like it's thawing too quick. Yeah,
Let me have your
His
turkey.
name's-
Let me have his turkey, and then let me be the judge.
I'm just mad.
I think we should have that guy fed to alligators.
Ugh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
At least it's turkey.
It is turkey. So I got a letter.
Okay.
Right. Another
Traveling.
one. I hope it's not to me.
It's this one is not to you.
It's addressed to all of us.
Addressed to everyone.
Right.
The team, they called it.
The whole world.
Travel is back open for this person.
Okay.
Oh, really?
They
That's
are
fine.
traveling abroad
Okay.
and they are nervous.
That's difficult. Yeah.
It is difficult. And they said, make me feel better with your traveling abroad stories, please, gentlemen.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
Signed.
like times that we've traveled abroad, different stories, stuff like that.
not
Yep.
recent.
No,
Or it
no,
doesn't
no.
have to be.
I
recent.
haven't. No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
Wayne?
got one.
You want to go first?
Mine took place in Cozumel, Mexico.
That's not a real
Really?
place.
Yeah.
That's Party Town.
Yeah, it is.
Party Town, USA.
the
Is
thing.
that where your Cozumel, Mexico tattoo came from?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Cozumel, Mexico t-shirt.
Right.
So
Airbrush.
Yes, airbrush t-shirt. I paid $78
worth it.
for that.
It's beautiful.
I was a bit innocent. I wasn't, but I wasn't, I hadn't traveled a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so when I partook of
Ooh.
adult beverages before legal age,
Okay.
Wow.
Because down there,
down there you can.
Yeah. You're
It's-
legal.
it's
yeah,
13
right,
and up. I
right.
believe.
So down there I was 17, just to be transparent.
Okay.
I was on a trip with my Christian school.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And we get to a restaurant.
They
and
were
say-
Christian in name.
right.
Jeez.
And so, yeah. Well, we get to this restaurant, and it's
Yes.
on the beach in Cozumel.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
and it's very fancy. You can afford it. And
sounds
there was
fancy.
no
Sounds
walls.
so nice.
There's no walls. Like when you're eating your food, you look out. Boom, beach is there.
Without walls. Okay, got it.
So sand is blowing in your food.
Sand's
Right.
blowing in your food.
Love
you love
It's
it.
terrible.
Mwah.
And the waitress comes by and she goes, "Do you want a drink?" And I'm on a high because I can drink legally,
Oh,
right? There's
right.
no
Not-
adults around. Like I'm like 17 going, "Yeah, I'll take it." And she looks at me in the eye
Yeah.
and goes, "Sex on the beach?"
Don't you dare.
And I go, "Excuse me?"
Okay.
And I
Wow.
didn't know. Okay, so for those of you who are innocent like me, that's the
Yes.
name of a drink. That's a tropical drink.
Oh, okay.
The drink
See,
is called that.
I
Josh
didn't know
wasn't
that.
I didn't know that either.
I thought
So-
you were being hit on.
So she walks away. I'm sweating,
Yeah.
Obviously.
and I look
I'm
over at
sweating
my
right now.
friend, and
what
I'm like,
happened though? Did you nod?
I just said, this is a Christian school.
What?
In name only.
And name only.
And then she walked away. And then she brought back this little purple glass and was like, "Here you go." And I was like, "Hmm." And she's like, "That'll be $17." And I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh,
Jeez.
worth it.
You want an airbrush T-shirt too?
I was here's the thing. I was so humiliated
Yeah.
because I blushed the whole night thinking this is
Wow.
a very forward country. I mean, I was like,
Wow.
I was like, wow.
He's traveled so abroad.
the service here is great.
Yeah, I was just like, man, like
This is how Michelin stars do it.
yeah,
baby.
not to get PG-13, but yeah, I was like, wow. And then, anyways, my friend was
Wow.
like, "Listen, dum that's a drink," and I was like, "Oh."
Oh, so you were so confused at this point.
I was terrified.
Okay.
But not.
I was like terrified,
but
dude.
not ready to go.
No,
okay,
Lord, no.
good man, good
Lord,
man.
no. Promise
good,
ring,
man.
baby. How about you, Josh? Do
Well,
you have...
mine, the Bahamas.
Okay, another
where-
tropical
yeah,
destination.
Yeah, I didn't know the age of beverages.
Okay.
But I wasn't concerned because I was with the Christian school also.
Right.
Same Christian school.
Yeah, we did go to the same school.
We arrived on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Which
La Cristos.
La Cristos.
What's
Yeah,
the
it's
name
a,
of the
It's
ship?
a beautiful place.
Yeah.
So I talked my group because I had been there before
Right.
because money.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So
Okay.
You couldn't afford it, Cameron.
So you're like a tour guide. I know. I can-
yeah. So I'm like, we got to go out there and we got to do this tour of the island with the guys with the horses
Right.
Gotcha.
because they know all about it.
Yeah.
And so
They grew up there on the horses.
Yeah. And I have actually told this full story, on Spark My Interest.
That's right. You were a guest on that show.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a condensed version now.
Spark My Interest podcast. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I convince everybody we go on this tour, and they're like, "That house is that, that building is that," and I'm like, "See, told you guys."
All these guys grew up there.
Right. Yeah, they grew up here. They know the lay of the land.
This is interesting, isn't
Yeah.
it? And we pull around, and what I would assume, and I not to be rude, but a witch doctor, female,
Oh.
Okay.
a female witch doctor comes around.
What are we talking about?
She looks in our cart and she looks at me and she goes, "Hilolo mosi glolomo."
Oh, it's a Christian school.
To you?
To me,
She points at you and says that?
yeah. Did you not listen to the Spark My Interest podcast?
I know I did, but go ahead.
And then my cart driver just drives away. So I'm like, I think something happened because
Something
I
happened.
felt something in my body change.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah, and I was post puberty at this
Okay.
time, so I knew it wasn't
So
that.
changing was done.
Yeah,
so did you feel something go into your body?
it
Or
was
just
just like
Your heart changed.
It was like
I saw stirring.
it was like 2 air horns went off in my body.
Okay.
You can't hear anything. Okay, go
That
ahead.
makes sense.
So I go back to the cruise ship that night, and you guys know me. I can play basketball in leather pants,
That's right.
and
That
I
is
won't
right.
and I won't get chafed
That's right.
because they say meat on meat. Ain't no chafe.
It was always great in the Caribbean.
I'm not sure why I brought them, actually.
Right.
So I played b-ball that night.
In the Caribbean,
In
you
leather
played
pants.
b-ball in leather pants
Well,
after being cursed by a witch doctor.
Well,
This is Josh.
it was a lot more.
yeah,
noisy.
those thighs are rubbing.
Yeah, they were rubbing.
Okay.
It turned out I got chafe.
Okay.
So I'm like, something's up.
And you never get chafed.
And I never get chafe. So I was totally lost. So we went back. Luckily, we went back to this driver. I went with another group because I was really selling it
Right.
to all the groups. I think
Right.
I was taking a commish, actually.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And I tell our driver, I'm like, hey, bro, I think something happened. I described the leather on leather, the meat on meat thing.
Right.
And the chafe.
Right.
You said I chafed. He said you don't normally chafe, and you go I don't normally.
Yeah. And he's like, what happened yesterday? She put a curse on you.
She put a chafing curse
yeah.
on
If
you.
you pay her $40,
What?
she'll take it off.
No.
So I got offered a drink in Mexico, and you
Yeah.
got a chafing curse put on you in the Bahamas.
Well, I think it was probably going to lead into a more in-depth infection.
Oh,
But
yeah. It was traveling.
Yeah, we went back and she said,
$40.
Hilo Lomo Siglo
and
Lomo.
it went for $40,
And I gave her $40. Yeah.
and you never chafed since.
I went back that night. I didn't play
Okay.
Oh,
because
okay.
I needed a night off.
Which is
Right.
probably why you did chafe.
because the tournament was over.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But the next day, around 2 p.m., I played, and I had cut those pants into shorts
Oh, okay.
at this point and played, and bro, I was good.
I just want to clarify
It was
our,
worth $40.
for our audience, in case you were lost. I'm going to summarize what Josh just
Please
said.
do.
What? I
Josh-
think I was pretty concise.
Josh played basketball in the Bahamas in leather pants.
Well, the top of a cruise ship deck
and
in
then
the
when
Bahamas,
he got chafed, he blames it on a witch doctor.
a female witch doctor.
No,
Instead of just assuming.
he's just calling her that. She's probably just a nice lady.
Well, she put a curse on me.
Okay.
Okay,
Sure you did.
Cameron, how about you? Have you traveled abroad?
I
Let me
I
guess.
went-
Italy. You're
Oh,
gonna,
my-
you're gonna
here
say
he goes.
Italy.
This is where he says he got his real Italian accent
Listen,
from.
my beautiful home country.
Rigatoni.
I don't want to go to the coast like you guys do.
This
The
is
Italian coast is beautiful, though.
yes, it is. The
How do you
Italy is shaped
How do you
like
feel
a,
with your fake Italian accent
Whoa,
when you
whoa,
go to
whoa,
real
whoa,
Italy?
Did you even mix in?
It's not
with Italy?
fake.
A baschetto.
Okay, so
It's Italy.
if you're tuning in for the first time,
That's so real.
after 105 episodes, Cameron's got the worst Italian accent.
It's honestly
You've ever heard.
It's offensive.
It's authentic, though.
no, it's not.
one semester.
The movies are different. You guys have seen it in
No.
movies. That's fake.
One semester in Italy doesn't mean you have a real Italian accent.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Listen, you guys know, I've said this multiple times. It's my singing that really does it. I mean, it really throws you
Okay.
into that atmosphere of true.
So if you sing
Italy.
Italian, it sounds better than when you speak Italian.
Well, that was naturally all I did in Italy.
Okay, prove it.
Oh, you sang Italian to Italians?
Yeah, they love
brought a gringo Americano.
Okay, prove it.
Prove it.
What do you
Prove
mean?
it. Sing a song
Sing
right
it.
now.
You
Like
got
right
the
now?
There's
Sing
a
it.
microphone in front of you.
Sing an Italian song right now.
If I sing an Italian song right now,
We'll never give you crap about anything ever again.
I hand to
Anything.
God right now. if you
Nothing
sing
at
it.
all. All your headlines are blessed and golden, and you're really funny.
Let's hear it.
Il tuo fedel sospiragnor cessa crudel tanto rigor cessa crudel tanto rigor tanto rigor caro mio ben credimi almen senza di te languisce il cor caro mio ben credimi almen senza di te languisce il cor.
Um,
Wow.
I'm not sure.
Cameron, I'm sorry, dude.
I've been trying to tell you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All your headlines are golden.
Thank you.
You're really funny.
I'll never make fun of you again.
I don't have anything to say, but I'm sorry.
Senza di te.
He hits the notes. So good. So good.
Walt Disney died.
Oh. Bang, bang, bang.
Walt Disney died December 15th,
Oh.
1966.
Morbid.
Jeez. Okay.
Wow.
1966.
That's when he
that's
passed
it?
away.
Okay.
So usually when we cover Florida people, we start with their birthday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Usually.
That's
Okay.
the...
But for this particular story, it felt appropriate to start with the day that he passed on. It'll make sense in a little bit. Okay?
Sometimes life is born from death, though.
That's right. It'll
Well,
make sense in a
hello.
little bit.
Other
This will
than
be
Disney.
our
Snakes.
5th Disney episode.
I'm hyped. I'm already hyped.
So Disney is
Me
a
too.
huge part of our state, and so we like to occasionally cover different aspects of the company,
Go on.
people who make the company interesting, but we also cover some interesting rumors and conspiracies about Disney.
We definitely
Oh,
do.
here we go.
Yeah, we've talked about Club 33,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
which is like the ultimate top secret
And
VIP
we've been
lounge.
invited. We
Yeah.
were invited
We were
after that
invited,
episode.
and we were, and we joined.
Well,
Just for the record,
did we?
unspoken.
some of us joined. We've talked about the abandoned river country park.
That's a good
that
one.
seems to contain a lot of
That's
Disney
good
secrets.
I joined that. I ended up joining that
Yes, he
instead
did.
of Club 33.
But tonight, we are going to cover a conspiracy theory about the man himself,
About Walt Disney?
about Walt Disney.
Oh,
Oh.
no. This is where we
Okay.
get shut down.
That's it. So we're going to specifically talk about some of the mysteries surrounding the death of Walt Disney.
Okie
Oh,
dokie.
what?
Okay.
Wow, I didn't know there was a
I didn't know that
mystery.
either.
That's right. We're about to learn it tonight, fellas. In October of 1966, Walt began feeling unwell.
Okay.
He had been a heavy smoker since World War One.
That'll do it.
And so it was no surprise when the doctors told him that he was suffering the consequences of that
Smoker's
habit.
lung.
Right. He developed a ton of lung issues, and on November 30th, he was taken to St. Joseph's Hospital, where he stayed for 2 weeks
Whoa.
before passing away on December 15th.
Hmm.
And to say his death was a big deal is almost an understatement because he had made a name for himself.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I mean, the guy
Yeah.
with movies and theme parks, the entertainment industry was reeling.
Yes, it was.
In fact, while he was sick, current and former presidents
Whoa.
called to send their regards, like check up on him, see how he was
Wow.
doing.
Wow.
So
I
the
hope
man,
that
the
happens
man
to
had
me.
powerful
It's-
friends,
it's
right?
not going to.
Mhm.
Very influential. But in the weeks leading up to his passing, those who were close to Walt said that he knew it was coming and that he had known it was coming, that death was
Oh.
coming. Okay. Even
Yikers
before
Island.
even before he'd been given a prognosis,
He was cursed in the Bahamas.
he was cursing the
I
Bahamas.
told you guys.
Right.
You have to go back and see that lady.
$40.
He told his inner circle that he knew death was on its way.
Yikes.
In fact, Walt Disney had drawn up plans
What?
that only the closest to him would ever see.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he's got a lot to take over, so I
Y'all
get
have
it.
seen my plans.
Right.
Yeah.
No jokes at my funeral.
Leather pants.
No
only.
leather pants at the funeral.
Yeah. And B-ball.
Right, and b-ball. So basically, these kind of secret plans were plans for the theme parks.
Okay.
Detailing how the company was to be ran, but it was like down to the letter. Okay, like really, really specific, detailed plans on who would carry out his legacy.
Oh,
The
yikes.
interesting thing is, these plans were drawn up 10 years before he got sick.
What?
Wow. So he wasn't that good at
He's a
predicting.
planner.
Well, here's the thing. When he got sick, he shows his inner circle all of these maps and journals
yes.
and very strict plans. There's hundreds and hundreds of documents.
Okay,
And so
wow.
they say to him, like, you've only been in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Can
Yeah,
you
what the heck?
Yeah, condense it a little.
Yeah, how long have you actually been sick? And he goes, no. I've been planning this for a while. I drew these up 10 years ago.
Jeez.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
This
that's
guy.
similar to me. I've already planted the trees that are going to make my casket.
Right. Exactly.
And then y'all have to carve it.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
Greg will carve it.
Ideally.
So one of Walt's closest friends, Cecil DeMille, said that Walt was obsessed with how the company would carry on without him.
Cool.
So even when he was young and healthy, he was always planning on what would happen after he was gone. In fact, on multiple occasions, when Walt had been drinking, he would supposedly say, and this is a dinger here, "This is how I want things done when I'm dead and gone. That is, until I return to do them myself."
Wait, back up.
Okay, there was a second line there.
Yeah.
I was ready for the first line.
Seems
The
legit.
second
Right.
one hit me
Yeah.
a little different.
When I come back to do it myself.
Okay.
Okay.
He's talking about returning from the dead.
Okay.
I got it.
Just to clarify.
Not as a ghost
No, so to
or under
recap,
some technology.
Haunted Mansion, which we also
Holy
did.
mother.
right, we did cover that. Walt had an obsession with how things are to be done after he's gone until he can come back and do it himself.
Okay.
So November of 1966 rolls around, Walt's in the hospital, and he's working in an office in the hospital up until the day that he dies. But what's fascinating is, after Walt passed, there was a 72-hour window where no one knew what was going on. No one knew anything about him or his condition or anything. His top advisors had heard nothing.
Like from the hospital or from him?
From nobody.
Okay.
So they basically had been getting daily, hourly updates on his
Right.
condition.
And then it went dark.
And then the information went dark for 72 hours. So
That's a long time.
While they waited for the
While they waited for like any information about his condition at all.
oofa.
So they didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
They knew that like basically they heard an update the night before, the next day,
And then
silence. There's
silence.
nothing,
Jeez.
right? So for 3 entire days, all updates stop to
Okay.
everyone.
Okay.
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 His closest advisors couldn't find out anything. So during this window, the media has kind of like whispering.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
you know-
doctors and nurses, they can't keep their mouths shut.
right. No one can. So during this window, a journalist for a newspaper called the National Spotlight snuck into St. Joseph's
Not cool.
disguised as a hospital orderly.
Okay.
Okay.
Classic.
He claimed that he tracked down Walt Disney's room,
Whoa.
found it to be empty,
Yikes.
Okay.
and then he went on a hunt that led him into the basement area of the facility.
That's a big hunt. Let me
And
just
he
say,
said,
that's the last place I'm looking for a body.
right.
Yeah.
He stumbled into a laboratory,
Oh gosh.
and it was there that he saw the body of Walt Disney frozen inside a clear glass cylinder
What?
suspended from the ceiling.
What?
Okay. Wow. These are big ones.
These are big claims.
These are big claims.
So he flees the hospital. He goes directly to his editor, who promptly tells him, "There's no way in the world I'm printing that."
Well,
Right.
the big one is hanging from the ceiling. I think I could have been fine.
He's in a cylinder supposedly frozen,
Yeah.
and the cylinder is suspended from the ceiling
Yeah. See, that's the part. That's a lot of weight on a joist.
on a joist, right? And
That's what you're pulling from this?
yeah, Josh knows joist.
Yeah.
Basically, his editor says, "Look, we're going to be doomed if we print this.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not
for
running with
sure.
this."
Yeah.
The problem is the editor really trusted the guy, but he was
Oh.
like, "I can't run with this, man. Like
Yeah.
that's controversial." So the guy quits.
Oh
And he
my
starts
gosh.
peddling the story to like basically anybody who will listen. Like,
Yeah.
this is what I saw. This is a big deal. But no one bought it. No
Yeah.
one wanted to hang on to it. So
Wow.
basically that was that. Eventually the family came out after like 3 or 4 days and said, "Hey, look, we cremated the body. His ashes were interred at the Forest Lawn Memorial Park.
Okay.
People mourned and they moved on." That was the end of it.
Well, that's
Wow.
to say people mourned and then they moved on. I'd be like, well, I'm a skeptical now.
Right. So, but the rumors began to spread
Uh-oh.
about what that reporter supposedly saw.
Yes.
And eventually, a man named Mark Henry,
Okay.
who was close to Walt Disney's brother Roy,
Mm.
he came forward and he wanted to add some credibility to these claims.
Okay.
He said that he had heard these things from Walt's own brother, claiming that Walt Disney wanted to be frozen before he passed away.
What?
Wow. So he's like Demolition Man.
Kinda, sorta. This is a quote from Mark Henry. I'm going to quote him directly.
Okay.
Mark Henry said, this is a close friend of Roy, Walt
Okay.
Disney's brother.
Okay.
He says, Walt Disney had a growing preoccupation with his own mortality, and it led him to spend a fortune on the science of cryogenics. So basically, the science of cryogenics
Okay.
is the freezing of an ill person until a time that the body can be cured
Yeah.
or
Han
restored
Solo.
to health.
Yeah.
Han Solo.
Han Solo.
Right.
Demolition Man. Why are I don't get credit for Demolition Man?
I don't know what that is, but I know who Han Solo is.
It happened in that movie too.
Snorefest.
So basically, this guy is saying that Disney's own brother told him that, yeah, Walt spent a fortune on
Roy,
cryogenics.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, after Mark Henry comes forward, now everybody feels a little more free to talk about it. Everybody's like,
well,
kind
if
of
Mark's talking about it.
well, they're getting
then I wanna
brave because
talk
they feel
about it.
like this
Yeah.
guy kind of opened Pandora's box.
Right.
Now we can jump on the bandwagon.
Just clarify. So he was hoping to be frozen while still sick
before passing away.
Yeah.
to be later healed.
From
Right.
smoker's
Until
lung.
science could
Right.
figure out
Okay. Okay.
a
Full
cure.
lung transplants hadn't been.
Right.
Or something, yeah. So basically, the Disney company goes on full damage control. Okay, they're
Yeah,
trying their
I would think
best
so.
Oh,
to
yeah.
keep these rumors locked down. The problem is, the more you try to quiet a rumor, the more credibility it
true.
has.
Yeah.
Streisand
Okay.
out.
Right. So people start saying, well, maybe that's what they were doing for 72 hours. And we didn't hear
Right.
anything.
I'm
Whoa.
suspicious.
They were moving the body.
That sounds
They
so
were freezing it or
cold,
whatever.
though, you
I know, it does. Well, another guy comes forward
Alpine Ridge.
named Robert Mosley.
Uh-oh.
And he claimed that Walt Disney admitted to him personally
Uh-huh.
that he needed to come back after death in order to fix the inevitable mistakes that his successors would make.
Oh
Is this
my
Robert-
gosh, he has no faith in
Is
his, like
this
his brother or anybody.
Robert the Iceman Mosley?
Yeah, that's him.
I knew it.
So basically, Walt supposedly showed Robert a scientific report detailing how an Alaskan frog was frozen for 200,
Oh my gosh.
for 200
I'm
days.
not basing my life on an Alaskan frog.
Well, this is what supposedly Walt Disney did.
God
He
bless.
shows this guy a report where an Alaskan frog was frozen for 200 days.
Okay.
Its heart stopped beating, and then it was revived successfully.
Okay.
Okay.
We're basing
So-
this off a frog now.
Yeah.
But that's what Walt was saying. In his mind, the science was there.
Yes.
Right.
And if he dumped enough money into it, it could get there for humans. So needless to say,
Bah.
there was a ton of skeptics, right? I mean, people were saying the science doesn't exist. This
Yeah.
is kind of outlandish. But 30 days after Walt Disney passed away, the first public case of
no.
someone being cryogenically frozen came to light.
No
What?
way.
So literally 30 days after he
Okay.
passes away, this report comes out.
Yeah.
A man named Dr. James Bedford, who was a 73-year-old psychologist, had his body frozen
Okay.
in hopes that one day he would be revived. Fun fact, side note, he's still frozen. The guy's still in ice.
Oh,
What?
okay. The doctor.
The doctor who,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So the first public case of,
Yeah.
of this happening, that guy's still 2020 frozen.
Okay, so it's not a public case of being frozen and then brought back.
No, just frozen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
that was the thing.
Just the first half.
I'm
That's-
like, wait, what? How did I
He's
not know
back?
about this?
I mean, I don't need a degree to freeze myself. No.
well,
Right.
Go to Alpine Ridge.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
that's where it's not happening.
But here's the thing, though.
No
So
snow.
that kind of begs the question, like, Walt Disney, who is somebody with way more money than this guy.
Oh, yeah, for
way
sure.
more
Okay.
influence.
Well, don't flex on him like that.
I don't doubt that he could freeze himself, like you
Right.
said.
But is it possible that he's still frozen and the Walt Disney Company is still in damage control?
Wait,
because
what?
here's the thing.
What we should be asking is it possible you could hang that from a joist?
Jeez.
I think that's part of the story. And I'm going to get there. I'm going to answer Josh's
that's
question
probably
at
the
the
bigger
end.
part
I don't
of the
want to.
story.
I don't want to spoil it, but,
Right.
I want to get there at the end.
Please do.
We'll remind you.
Basically, the company is still in damage control over this.
Uh-huh.
If you ask anybody, of course, they'll deny it. But if you visit the memorial park where his ashes are on display, the staff will confirm that they are there, but they will always say, "We don't know where they're at. We can't show you where they're at."
They're
So-
not there.
This
Right.
guy. I think they don't want everybody hoarding around digging them up.
Probably that could be the case.
That would be my excuse.
But here's the thing. Last but not least, here's a conspiracy theory inside a conspiracy theory.
Ooh.
I love those.
From
Inception.
2001 until 2013, the term Disney Frozen would randomly trend on Google
Oh my
worldwide.
gosh. Oh my goodness.
People
I know where
believe,
this is going.
including some Disney insiders,
No
people
way.
believe that
Yeah.
the movie Frozen
No way.
was
SEO. SEO.
was written and titled as such in order to bury any credible results
Wow.
of Walt Disney being frozen on ice.
Bro, just let it go.
So
I believe it.
exactly.
I believe
so
it
if
now.
you Google Disney Frozen, now you get the movie,
No
and you don't
way.
get this guy
Wow.
possibly still being frozen on ice.
Yep.
So we want to ask our listeners two questions. One, do you believe Disney is still frozen on ice?
right.
And two, how was that cylinder hanging up in the
Thank
hospital?
you.
Thank you.
Bingo.
There's no way an elbow joist could hold
And
the weight of that
three,
man.
I've got another one.
Okay.
I'll do 4 then.
Okay, we brought up Han Solo.
Oh, here we
Who
go.
bought the Star
Holy
Wars
garbage.
franchise?
Right.
Who
Disney.
Disney bought Star Wars.
Okay, that's not
They're
a question.
trying
It's a statement.
That is a statement.
I'm stating they probably bought it
yeah.
to do their homework, dig into how Han Solo was actually
That's
frozen.
true.
That's a fictional character. That's a fictional.
Not to them. Josh, your question.
Number
Question
4.
four.
There was a rumor
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
that someone had died on hot cocoa
Right.
What?
at Disney.
Like from drinking hot cocoa?
Yeah, I think Disney produced a movie called Coco to bury that story. Disney presents Coco. Yeah.
You know what's
Oh,
crazy?
man.
Okay, just
Go
to get
on.
a little
5.
deeper. This
Yeah.
is the last one. I'm gonna end it here. Walt Disney's sister,
Uh-oh.
Salt Disney.
Is
Okay,
that-
that was her name.
Salt?
Sure.
No, I'm sorry, it was a boy.
Oh.
It's a boy.
Now I'm lost.
I'm lost.
I'm just gonna catch you up.
Sally Disney.
Sally Disney. Her nickname was the Lion King.
Sally, the Lion King Disney? That's what you're saying her name was.
She wrote a whole movie to cover it up.
And why did they need to hide her?
She hated cats. She hated it. She hated that nickname.
I get
She's allergic.
FMOFM podcast
God
is where you
bless.
find all of our stuff on social media.
Right.
Facebook is Florida Man on Florida Man Podcast. Our Patreon page, however, is patreon.com/FMOFM podcast. Bonus episodes and live streaming. Right now, we're live streaming.
Oh,
hello. Yeah,
hello.
We love you.
Good
We're
to
waving
see
at
ya.
you, blowing kisses at you.
Mwah, mwah.
As always, we appreciate you. Thank you for taking care of us.
Yes.
We hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And we're going to bless you into the Christmas season next week. We're excited about that.
Give them one.
Give them one.